Tonight for dinner, we are having a main course entree of shrimp and mussel paella with a dessert of strawberry shortcake. Before we begin, I would like to introduce my ingredients. First, butter, onion, garlic, a variety blend of spices that include paprika, turmeric, saffron, red pepper flakes, salt and pepper, bell red pepper, jasmine rice, chicken broth, white wine, and our finishing touch of parsley. So now first, as we begin, I would like to start off by adding the butter. Now, as we stir around to melt the butter, I will be adding the onions to give it extra flavor. I would also like to make note that this entire meal is under less than $10, and we will be using the Instant Pot. So now that the butter has melted, I would like to add the onion. Now I will begin to stir the onion for about a minute. Now that the onions have turned translucent, I would like to add the next ingredient, which would be garlic. And I'm adding about 5 cloves of garlic to the onion. And I will stir this around, and the garlic doesn't take as much time. After I'm done stirring, which looks to be about right, I'm going to add the blend of spices that I brought up earlier. This will allow it to give extra flavor to complement the shrimp and mussels. Now, as previously I said before, this is a blend of paprika, turmeric, saffron, red pepper flakes, and salt and pepper. I'm going to make sure I stir this very well to make sure that all the spices are worked into the blend of onions and garlic. So now that the spices appear to be blended through, I will then next add the chunks of bell red pepper. And I will stir these in, and then after I feel that the red pepper has been worked through and start bringing out the bold flavor, the bell red pepper, then I will be adding the jasmine rice. And this is about a half cup, or a half bell pepper. And then, now that this is mixed thoroughly through, I will then add the 1 cup of jasmine rice. And my goal is to really mix this through, mix the rice together. I don't want any clumps of rice. After I feel that the rice has definitely been blended in and it starts to absorb the spices, onions, garlic, red pepper juice, then I will add the chicken broth and white wine. So now that I feel that it is ready, I will now add 1 cup of chicken broth. And now I will mix this together a little bit first before I Then we'll add the white wine. Okay, I feel that now it is ready to add the white wine, and I will be burning off the alcohol. So, after I have blended this through and the rice starts absorbing all the blend of flavors, then I will be laying the shrimp on top, and then I will be letting it, and then I will close the lid to allow all of this stuff to cook thoroughly. As I am cooking the shrimp for about 5 minutes, then I will be making the mussels separately, and then I will be adding them in at the end to complete my dish. And for a note that the shrimp are all with tails to ensure the most flavor. Man, this really smells good. So now that I have locked the Instant Pot, I will now set the manual timer. Oh, first I will cancel, then I will add the manual for 5 minutes, and I will let that sit for 5 minutes. And now the mussels have finally finished. Now I will place them on our main course that had finished a little while ago. And as a side note, we cut the mussels with a blend of white wine and chicken broth, as well as garlic and butter. So now that the mussels, once they will be done, we'll be ready to go. So now that the mussels are done, I will add the finishing touch of parsley to finish it out. So now I will take a bite with a mussel. Very well done. Now I'll take a bite of my dessert. Perfection.